Hi, my name is Abik, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about cloud engineering. Cloud engineering is a programming for the cloud services which stores data, runs applications, and a part of software engineering that enables access to the software through the internet. This could be examples of email, online banking, gaming, chat applications, and e-commerce websites. Cloud engineering works on three platforms: IaaS, PaaS, and SaaS. Infrastructure as Service (IaaS) refers to providing of instant computing infrastructure that is managed over the internet. This type of service allows companies to gain quick access to the resources that are needed to build out services and technologies delivered over the cloud. IaaS companies could include Amazon, Rackspace, Google, and many others. IaaS companies manage the hardware so that the clients don't have to. This infrastructure can lead to signing up to gain access to the service provided, like how Google has Google Drive, Docs, and so on. In the same way, Amazon is good with commerce and manages deliveries, tracks purchases, and provides customer management for most consumers. Moving on, PaaS stands for Platform as Service. It refers to cloud-based platform services like operating systems, databases, programming language execution environments, and etc. PaaS provides the frameworks that is accessible to multiple developers to build custom software upon. Examples of PaaS include Heroku, Windows Azure, Beanstalk, and so on. The services provides platform developers so that they can build and create customized versions of it later on. An enterprise manages storage, spacing, and other necessities for the relevant IDEs to set up. An enterprise can also manage storage, spacing, and middleware that is highly scalable that can tackle certain cloud characteristics. For example, AWS Elastic Beanstalk, Azure, and OpenShift. So the last one we have is software as service. Now, software as service is the most known of the three categories of cloud computing. SaaS is the actual software delivered to the user over the internet. It doesn't need to be downloaded or installed on an individual devices or in order to be downloaded or installed at all. It's highly scalable. Google Apps, Dropbox, DocuSign are some SaaS examples because we can do most of these things online and send the document through. This means that we're using our software and we're in control. This is also well known to be for use for our storage, data collection, server space, and other services. These can be run through web browsers or simply through an application. Normally, subscriptions aren't necessary, but for some applications, we might need to sign up and pay fees accordingly. These are managed on a central location, remote servers, and accessible over the internet for updates. Google, Salesforce, GoToMeeting, and Dropbox are major examples of SaaS. Now, the question is, we've discussed all this, but why do we need cloud engineering? What kind of technologies are associated with cloud engineering? What kind of general skills do we need to be a successful cloud engineer? Or what are the current hot skills in demand for cloud computing? We're going to discuss that as we go on with the topic. Now that we've discussed about cloud computing, its platforms, and what it actually is, it's time to move on to typical jobs associated with cloud engineering technology. Cloud technology offers a wide variety of possible job positions, namely cloud architect, engineer, applications engineer, consultant, and cloud security. Researching on the topics have always been a good find for the job seekers and other potential software developers to improve their competency in the market. But software development has gotten better with the cloud and will aim to improve as time expands. Now that we've discussed what kind of opportunities are available for cloud software engineers, it's time to discuss the top general skills needed for cloud engineering, or the skills that all cloud engineers need to be competent in the industry. Firstly is the programming involved for cloud computing. Cloud computing environment has added another dimension to the process. So the developers are able to build and deploy applications that scale and take full advantage of the cloud's capabilities, Languages like Perl, Java, Python, and PHP have been quite popular and are in use for cloud computing technologies. Since all the data is stored in the cloud and all the data is stored online, obviously there's the need for a database. The amount of data created by the world is staggering. Just as we know, as we type in forms or fill out any forms, data is being collected every second or every minute or so on. We've got job agencies handing out data to employees and employees collecting data from job seekers as well. So every purchase ever done creates data. Watching Netflix or Hulu creates data. With the data, companies need a way to store, manage, and access to interpret the data. Since most of it is stored on cloud platforms, cloud engineers are the ones to manipulate the data. And knowing the SQL standard, they're able to do so to transfer it to the database technologies like Hadoop, MongoDB, and MySQL. There are a couple of lists of databases that are online specifically for cloud computing. The other top skill that a cloud engineer requires is quality assurance. It's important that when you receive feedback from the clients, it's important to show and mention quality assurance in the job description. Quality assurance is going from a nice to have in a cloud job to a must have or a mandatory requirement. As much as quality assurance, programming, and databases make up a good cloud engineer or good cloud engineering principles, it's important to maintain security as well. Security certifications could be Certificate of Cloud Security Knowledge, Certified Cloud Security Professionalism, or Integrator of Cloud Services, and many more. As we can imagine, securely hosting can be critical sometimes, and so when it's critical, sensitive data can go in places that are supposed to be accessed by potentially unknown users. This could cause a monumental challenge. In fact, if the activities are involved with the cloud computing aren't secure, then cloud computing wouldn't function. It can do tremendous amount of data breaches over the years. So it's important to maintain security as well when it comes to cloud engineering. Now that we've discussed the requirements for cloud engineering, what cloud engineering is, and the types of jobs associated with cloud engineering, it's time to move on forward to the hot skills in demand for cloud computing. Number one on the list is virtualization technology. As we know, there are many significant ways for organizations to reduce IT costs and increase efficiencies. Virtualization are one out of 7 different areas in IT. However, the areas that are currently most in demand relate to computing, storage, and network virtualization. This means using a virtual engine or a virtual box for a software to run another software that's incompatible with the system to just test penetration and cloud features and functionalities. The data center design is one of the most in-demand skills for cloud computing as well, as it is the key performance to any cloud data center. With cloud services on the rise, performance is important. As a result, employees need to understand data-centric design architecture that are in high demand. Cloud platform certifications are as important as any other mentioned in the list above. The big 3 in demand are Google Cloud Platform, Amazon Web Services, and Azure, which is definitely Microsoft's offering. So this concludes our journey to understand cloud computing. I hope this has been a good experience for you all. This is brought to you by Delcorp Data, a company that I'm interning with. And I suppose the video has been good for you as much as I've enjoyed telling about it. See you until next time. Thank you.